John F. Kennedy brother, he was in a car accident, back in the 70s. He drove a car into a lake. He was intoxicated, but he had a passenger in the car. A lady, she died. He called his family. I just drove him to the lake. Mary died. What should I do? They say, come home. Don't call the authorities or nothing. He went home. Now, all this public records, you can Google it. Everybody thought that they called him home so he could sleep the alcohol out. That's one of the reasons why they did that. The main reasons is when he got to the house, they started moving all his assets over into a trust. So what happened was he ended up beating the murder charge, because he wasn't drunk. They couldn't prove he was drunk. But the biggest thing that they was trying to protect is the family still sued the brother and they won. But why they couldn't get him?
Because in the trust.
Everything he owns inside of the trust.
Attorney Candace here. Let's talk about trust. So like the guy said in the video, trust definitely protects your assets, right? However, it goes so much deeper than protecting your assets by itself, right? Because LLCs protect your personal assets. Corporations protect your personal assets, okay? But when you're dealing with the trust, you can use it to protect your business assets. You can also use it to protect your personal assets, okay? And you're not just protecting it from creditors, you're also using it as a vehicle to minimize any taxation that you're going to have when you transfer over your assets to your heirs upon your death. You're also going to have the ability to dictate the way in which your heirs come into their inheritance, so to speak. For example, we've all seen the TV show Power, and the main character goes, he had a lot of moolah, right? But upon his death, his son Tyreek could not get his inheritance unless he got a college degree first, right? So that was one of the stipulations that Ghost put in his trust for his son Tyreek. And so you can come up with all types of stipulations for your heirs, right? They can only spend a certain amount a month, right? So they don't blow through the money and mess up the generational wealth that you've created, right? So moral of the stories, trusts are the go-to for thoroughly protecting your assets from creditors, minimizing taxation, having your family and heirs avoid probate court, and then also dictating and controlling the way in which your heirs are able to collect their inheritance. It's a win-win. So what are you doing? Go get a trust.